Hello and welcome back to YaminaToday.com. I know it's been about a month and a half since I last posted, late February, but believe it or not, doing vlogging is a lot harder than you think. It's also simpler than you think, but it's also a lot harder than you think. What I want to do today, first of all, is just kind of give some lit bloggers, some aspiring lit bloggers out there, a little bit of advice that I've learned so far while I've done my own blog. And then I'm going to go and share some of my favorite posts from the last month. But first, the advice. For anybody that wants to do lit blogging, the one thing I've learned, and trust me on this, if you decide that you want to get guest bloggers for your site, whatever number of guest bloggers you want, be it for a day, a week, or a month, make sure you contact 3 times the amount of guest bloggers that you want, because life happens. Sometimes you'll contact a guest blogger and they won't get back to you. A lot of times they will get back to you and they'll promise that they can do a post, but then they find that they can't. And I'm not putting anyone down. That just happens. It's life. And then, of course, you get those rare beauties that say they're going to guest post, and then they do guest post, and they do it on time. But like I said, those are kind of rare. So just something that I've learned in the last month and a half is definitely contact 3 times as many guest bloggers as you need. So that's it for the advice for the day. And I just want, for those of you who haven't had a chance to go through the blog, just to share some of the great posts that have happened in the last month. First of all, I was so happy. Ellen Brown, who co-wrote a book with John Wiley Jr. About Margaret Mitchell's Gone with the Wind book, posted for me. And she just did a great job talking about how Margaret Mitchell used such a clarity of words. And what she said about Margaret Mitchell was this. She said that Mitchell wrote, rewrote, and wrote again. She focused relentlessly on eliminating excess verbiage, especially pretty words that did not mean anything. And I thought that was so great, because I have a tendency to try to use pretty words instead of words that just really mean something. And Ellen Brown posted that on April 4th, so take a look, check that out on the blog. Another really great post came from Zine Paralegal, which is a paralegal service, and Inez Johnson, who runs that paralegal service, was sharing on the post about how important it is, if you're going to establish your own publishing company, how important it is to really make sure you get the correct name for your company, because your name needs to really signify the product that you're going to sell. And another thing that I learned when she was guest posting was she wrote something interesting about how a lot of companies actually set up their companies in Delaware, believe it or not. You don't have to live in Delaware to set up your company, but apparently a lot of people set up their companies in Delaware for a couple of reasons. One, because Delaware is said to be the most business-friendly state in the entire union. And there's the ease and speed of filing and lack of extension regulations and hurdles to do business there. So that's really great. And she also explained that it's not required to reside in the state to form a Delaware corporation. So I registered my book company in Delaware. So that was just a great bit of advice for you aspiring book publishing company people. I also received some really beautiful pictures from Pierpont Morgan Library. I wasn't allowed to go inside, but they sent me some wonderful pictures. And if you want, you can, I believe from where you're facing, you can kind of check below on your right side. And I now have a photo gallery showing the inside of the Morgan Library. So it's really lovely. And then last but not least that I just wanted to share with you was last week I got to see a really great play by a playwright. Her name is, I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. It's Donna Fiumano, and she wrote a play actually called A Shot Away, and it was a personal account about rape in the military, which ironically is so timely because there was a cover story on Newsweek just last week about particularly men who were raped in the military, and it's not talked about. But this particular play was about men and women, and she did a fantastic job. It was so riveting. It was heart-wrenching. I believe the play is going to go on tour around the country. But one thing she told me about, she spoke with me about, and I hope she posts here, she said it took her 4 years to write this play because she was interviewing tons of people. I think 80 different people she had to interview. And another thing that kind of took a while was she had to get permission from the family of the main character who ended up dying or being killed, they suspect, because she was about to report a rape case in the military. And so it took a while for Donna Fiumano to get permission as well. So that was a great play, and that's just something I wanted to share with you. And that's it for this this segment. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.